So you've decided to shoot IPSC or USPSA. Great. I hope that you have a good time and you do so safely. Now, being new to IPSC or USPSA shooting, you're going to be exposed to a lot of terms that you're not familiar with. The most commonly bandied about term is the hit factor, and everybody wants to know what the hit factor is. Strap yourself in. This is a wild ride. The hit factor, in simple terms, is your score divided by the time it takes you to earn that score. I understand time. You understand time. How do we come up with a score? Well, score is based on the points you earn less any penalties that you incur for not doing things right. That equals your score. How do you come up with a score? Well, you shoot at a target. The target has scoring areas. It has an A, a B, an upper A, B, a C, and a D. You are given points depending on how accurate you are. If you place all your shots in A, you'll earn 5 points per shot. Congratulations, 100%. However, if you miss outside the A zones, you start losing points. We award points as follows. You have two power factors, major, minor. If in both major and minor, an A zone hit is worth 5 points. But a B zone hit worth 4 points for major power factor, only 3 points for minor power factor. A C zone hit, again 4 points for major power factor, 3 points for minor power factor, and a D zone hit, 2 points for major power factor, 1 point for minor power factor. What do you mean you don't know what a power factor is? Well, power factor recognizes that a heavy bullet fired as fast as a light bullet is more difficult to recoil, or a fast bullet fired lightly is less difficult to handle the recoil. So we award points for having a heavier recoiling firearm. The power factor is determined by taking the weight of the bullet in grains times the velocity that bullet comes out the barrel. That will give us a number. We take that number, we divide it by 1,000, and that gives us a power factor. You following me? Let's put that into context. You're shooting 40 Smith & Wesson, 180 grain bullet. Coming out of the gun at 950 feet per second, that gives you 171,000. 171,000 divided by 1,000 equals 171 power factor. If instead you are shooting a 9mm, 115 grain bullet, but it's coming out at 1,100 feet per second, that gives you 126,500. 126,500 divided by 1,000 equals 126.5. Major power factor requires that your minimum power factor be 165. Minor power factor requires that your minimum power factor be 125. 126 makes minimum power factor but does not make major power factor. Let's take all this good information, let's put it together in a hypothetical course of fire. One that has 15 targets. Means you're going to fire 30 shots, but total of 150 points possible because you fire 2 shots at each target worth 5 points each. 30 shots, 150 points. Now, when you finish, we will assume that you have hit 20 A zone hits, 8 C zone hits, 1 D, and unfortunately you missed once. That's going to cost you 10 points. Now, for minor power factor, you're going to earn 100 points for the 20 A zone hits. You'll earn 24 points for your 8 C zone hits and 1 point for that D zone hit. That's 125. You lose 10 points for your miss. That's 115. Take 115. Divide that by 30, and your hit factor for this course of fire is 3.833. It goes on. We only do 4 digits. If you were shooting major power factor, however, you would have scored 100 points for the 20 A zones. You would have scored 32 points for your 8 C zone hits. You would have scored 2 points for the D zone you would have still lost 10 points for the mic. 134 minus 10, 124 points. 124 points divided by the 30 seconds it took you to shoot the course of fire gives you a 4.1333 hit factor. Two shooters shooting different power factors in the exact same time, exact same scoring as far as A zone, C zone, D zone hits, the major power factor is going to win that particular course of fire. That is the hit factor.